Appreciate that's not. I don't even have a question. I'm just marveling at the fact that you're formulating it all together at this point.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. What else are you interested in? If music,
developing mind, body, and spirit daily.
Yeah, daily.
Mind be better than mind, body. If you develop, okay, the Stoic philosophy says that success isn't the outcome; it's how much effort you put in. So I was talking to
Pete, Doug. We're live in front of a studio audience.
Talking to Doug earlier about there was a show that I had performed and I didn't do my best, but the crowd loved it.
Okay.
And I'm like, that wasn't a success because it's not about the outcome. It's about the effort you put in. That's what they say in Stoic philosophy. So if I didn't do my best, it wasn't a success, no matter even if I won an award for it or I got a bunch of money for it. It was not a success because I didn't do my best.
Yeah.
And then if I did my fully best, but let's just say I completely bombed and everyone booed the whole stage, I'm like, I did my best, so I was a success no matter what. And if people live that way, it's like, because then your happiness is in the hands of other people.
Right.
You can't let that happen.
Yeah. You know? You've internalized
to be in charge of your happiness because you have the ability to do so. Separate from animals. You know what I mean? Like animals suffer when pain's inflicted on them. We suffer from thought alone.
Yeah.
But we can also feel bliss from thought alone, and happiness and ecstasy from thought alone. You know? Yeah.
So in your meditative practices, I mean, I know we bounce around here, but you keep touching on your your daily improvement in your meditative practices. When you get in state, what are you exploring?
I consider, when I say mind, body, and spirit, I consider that anything that you create to be like almost your soul, like spiritual. So like when I write music, I feel that that's spirit. Like I'm amplifying spirit. Meditation also falls in spirit. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to meditation, I've done different forms of meditation, from lucid dreaming to open eye meditation. But really, I'm a firm believer like breath work, and because you can't, when you meditate, people try, I feel, really to like not think of anything. Like you can't really do that. You know? You want to have an intention for everything. Needs to have an intention. Focuses on breath of like healing and relaxing. Everything is focused on getting yourself into a state of mind. So I have a different practice. Like if I'm trying to relax, I'll do a lucid dreaming set of breathing exercises where I'm focused on every muscle from every breath out, is slowly relaxing all the way down until I'm in a calm state. And then if I have to prepare for something that I need to be, and I'm tired and I need to get up, I'll have more of a intention set to, I'll relieve stress with breath work, kind of get into state, and then set intention to where it's like like mantras and stuff like that. At that point, like this is how this is gonna go. Like and then visualize it happening that way, and then strive towards making that happen. I'm really big on breath work, and then like I said, anything you're creating that drives you. If you do anything, music or whatever, that's your spirit. That is your spirit. When you're jamming with the whole band together like that, and then mind, I think you need to feed your mind every day and stand guard in the gates of your mind. Because your best friend might accidentally drop a strychnine in your coffee and you didn't even know it, but from a thought, right? It's a thought, not, metaphorically. Yeah. And you drink it and you believe the way what he said, and a stranger could say something that can completely change your life. So like, your mind is sensitive to what is being said to it, right? And so you have to feed it daily with something positive that's better than like who you are. You know what I'm saying? So every morning, like I'll listen to a philosopher or a psychologist or something that's going to get me from the way I'm thinking now to somebody who's had where I had and became successful from it. Like that's a lot of things. Like people who had nothing and became successful, I'll study their program,
Yeah, you're really concentrated on nourishing yourself in the morning.
And feed your mind, body, and spirit. So you have to put something positive in your mind every single day, learn something, grow on your craft. You have to do something that's good for the soul. There's meditative practice, whether it's like maybe you just like going on the walks, or you like drawing or painting, like doing something that you're creating, because I feel like creating is spirit. And then body. Work out. Make sure you work out. Eat good.
Yeah. Take care of yourself.
Yeah.
You got this one vehicle too. It's going to take you places, and you have, like you said, a limited amount of time.
Yeah.
So getting the most out of every day means you also have to elongate the number of days.
Yeah. Work out. Yeah.
So yeah.
And and get up at the same time. Go to sleep at the same time. Get the don't know if I'm saying it right, circadian rhythms, I think they're called. Proper, you know what I mean? Because that helps a lot. Like, just, you know, making these things habits, making the personal development, the working out, the working on your craft, the believing in yourself, the confidence muscle. These are like muscles you're working out, and focus on, like, if I'm not confident, then I'm gonna look at who are the most confident people in the world, study them, Muhammad Ali's, and like the people who like were overly confident because you're not feeling confident, you know? So use yourself like a video game. That's a good analogy. And you're adding stats to it. Like, okay, I'm not very good here. Who are the best in the world at this?
Yeah.
And how can I connect the dots? You know, don't just study all positive. Like I'll listen to Art of War at the same time I'm listening to the Tao Te Ching. So it's like the Buddhist and then how to conquer.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So they're hand in hand. So I know the enemy.
Yeah.
I know how to be during it, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
So since you've studied all this stuff and you bring these things up, you have the contrasting, like you said, you're doing Lao Tzu and the Tao Te Ching, and if you're doing these things at the same time, what's it doing inside your head? I mean, this building block. It seems like, I think what I'm getting after is like, what are you trying to do to these building blocks, man? If you're bringing in these competing philosophies.
I think that's why, because I'm not gonna, because if I listen to 48 Laws of Power, if I listen to like the Art War, and I'm listening to that, then I'm gonna think like, you know, it's conquer, like, you know, there'd be like an ego type battle, right? And then if I'm listening to Full Peace, right, then I have a way to balance it. But I need to know
you want to give it some conflict as well.
The enemy, because if I'm going to be, you know, I know so many record deals of like people getting bad record deals. I need to know my business and stuff like that. So I need to know people who are willing to tear down your building, but I also got to know like how to build yours step by step the proper way.
Okay.
Not tear down everyone else's. There's two ways to have the tallest building, you know, is build it brick by brick or tear everyone else's down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So so I believe it's necessary. I think you go through, but you take everything with a grain of salt that you can't measure. And that's what I'm avid about. Like, if I can measure it and use it in my life and I get good results, and it's morally bound with me, it's like it aligns with my moral compass, and I can do it, and it gets good results in my life, I'm gonna practice that. But if there's something that's counterproductive, like Friedrich Nietzsche doesn't believe in God, right? But he's a genius.
Yeah.
And like, so it's like I feel like some people are like, you know, Christianity or this, I only permit myself to viewing one side of things, and I'm not open to seeing the different oaths, the other sides of things. So you have to be able to be open to everything, but not concluded to one, this is everything. You know what I'm saying?